Good evening, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I'd like to thank you for tuning back in. And as I mentioned before, on this channel we do a lot of South African content from our travel, tourism, our food, our cultures, everything really. Also for people coming abroad, do's and don'ts and tips and tricks. So obviously we're going to be looking after you guys coming here, making sure you're safe. And but at the moment it is the World Cup that is around the corner, so of course we're doing a lot of coverage on the Springboks. So today Springboks faced Wales at Principality Stadium, and man, what a cracking game that was. First game back for Siya, so happy to see that man back. He played a full 40 minutes first half, and he played quite a good game. So first things first, 4th minute in, and Siya does a try assist, and Mark goes over in the corner, and that's your first 5 points up on the board for the Springboks. Moni Lebok misses the conversion, so it stays 5-0, and a couple of minutes later, in the 9th minute, Wales gets a penalty. Peter Steph Tutoy was offside, and the score is now 5-3. South Africa seems to be at this point struggling a little bit under the high ball. Of course, I did also notice that it seemed like they were being blocked by some Welsh players to be able to be contesting under that high ball, but nonetheless it was let go, and so we can't really complain too much regarding that. But anyways, penalty at the scrum allows Mani to kick for poles again, and he misses this ball as well. So now penalty missed and also conversion missed right in front of the pole. So score stays the same, 5-3. A couple of minutes later, not rolling away at the tackle, Kriel concedes another penalty for Wales, and Wales takes a 3-pointers across the crossbars, and the score is now 6-5 in favour of Wales. A couple of minutes later, Moody gets a try in the 22nd minute, and conversion is good, so now the score is 12-6 in South Africa's favour. A couple of minutes later, there's obstruction from South Africa, and Wales once again kicks for goal, and Costello puts that one over. The score is now 12-9. So in the 34th minute, we are given a penalty try for something that Moody was involved in. It was a pass that goes over, and Moody runs past the ball, and one of the actual Wales players, they slap the ball into the touch, and that's seen as foul play, and the guy gets a yellow card, and we get the penalty try. To be honest, I do not believe that was a penalty try. If you really go and have a look, Moody was already past the ball. So a lot of people are contesting whether or not Moody actually touched the ball, and it was actually a knock-on and whatnot. To be honest, he was past the ball at the time when the Wales player was slapping the ball down. So that, to me, yes, is a penalty, but I do not believe it's a penalty try. So yellow card awarded, perfect, no problem. Penalty try, not really a thing. I don't think that was worthy of a penalty try, but nonetheless, as we will see later on, that didn't really make much difference in the end result. But yeah, penalty try, and we are now ahead at 19 points to 9. In the 35th minute, a minute later, really, Kriel gets a try, but Moni Lebok once again misses the conversion, and the score is now 24-9. On the 39th minute, Moni Lebok kicks the ball out on the full, and of course, so we go all the way back to where he kicked from, but really nothing comes from it, and we go into halftime. At halftime, Siya goes off the actual field, and of course there's a couple of replacements coming up in the next couple of minutes. To be honest, I lost track who was coming on at what moment. It seemed every time I looked like there was a new player on the field, but I didn't actually see them getting on there. So, but Marco van Staden was on the field, Dwayne Vermeulen was on the field, and then a couple of minutes later, the full front row really was also there. So I was a bit surprised. Yeah, that was a bit crazy. To be honest, I know Moody was mentioned as man of the match, but also it seemed like at some stages he had been having a little bit of an off day at the same time. You know, the reason why I mention that, it seems like he is a little bit too fast, if that's a thing, because he keeps running past the balls. So in that first half, he was running past the pass, which gave us a penalty try, but I mean, I don't think it was really up to him. And then a little bit later, once again, same scenario happens where he keeps running past the damn ball. So what I can say is, Moody, you're a very good player. You don't have to outrun everybody on the field. We can only pass backwards, so please stay in your lane. Okay, and then 52nd minute interception by Peter Steftetoi. Oh my goodness, what a game he's been having on this game. Gives Kriel the ball because, let's be honest, Kriel's faster than Peter Steftetoi, and he goes and puts it under the sticks. Conversion good. Lebok now takes the score to 31-9. At this point, I also start to see that Mostert is on for the first time. So I would imagine around about halftime, just after halftime, they really put that whole bench on. But yeah, 61st minute, Moody interception, and once again try under the sticks. Conversion good, 45-9. 68th minute, try from the Springboks is held up, but we were on advantage. So a minute later, Willemse is in for a try. Conversion is once again good, and this time we are 52-9. A little bit later, Parry gets the ball, and he goes around, well, over the line in the corner, and yeah, try in the 73rd minute for him. And that kick is also being kicked by their fullback that's actually replaced their fly half because he got injured earlier. And yeah, he takes the points to 16. So 16-52. That is really when around about that time as well, when Willemse got the yellow card. He was told that he was standing up in a tackle, head-on collision. But let's be honest, I don't think he was really full-on upright. It did look like he was like hunching down. And so that was obviously sent to the bunker system for review. But it was found to only be a yellow card, not a red card offence. So happy for him. I think he got away with that one there a little bit. But let's be honest, if we consider what happened with Farrell, they really cannot give Willemse anything more than that at the moment. So, and if they do, they can all get fucked, because at the end of the day, that is wrong. Because to be honest, I think Willemse got off that one worse than the other player. But anyway, so my thoughts of this game. Couple of thoughts. Lebok, piss poor kicking game today. Look, I mean, majority of the guys, they put the balls, you know, when they were scoring the try, around about the actual sticks. So those he could kick, but you know, there's some kicks that he really should have gotten over, and he really didn't do well with it. So very poor kicking game today. Also kicked the ball out on the full and so on. So Lebok, settle down, take a step back, really just take it all in. We know you're the player. We know you're good enough. I've got all the faith in you, as per my previous videos, and you're kind of making a mess up of it at the moment. You're a good player, but your kicking is cuck. So please do just take it easy. Really take a step back and really refocus on that when that needs to happen. I know there's been a lot of naysayers out there, and I do imagine that, you know, a lot of these type of talks takes a bit of a toll on your mental state. So I know a lot of players play off a little bit of positive feedback and stuff like that. So yeah, please just look at that. My other thought is, as I mentioned, Moody is too fast. slow your roll there, bro. My third thought that I had during the game is, see us back, guys. See us back. We had a massive game, awesome game. glad to see him. My player of the match was not Moody. It was actually Peter Steph Toy. Man, that man just played a crack of a game. Try assists, tries himself, went over when he was held up as well, but just like making a menace of himself. So I really think he did very well. At the time when I was checking the stats of this game, I don't think it was accurate, based on the SuperSport that I was on, or some on another website. I think it was SuperSport, because they had 0 from 0 penalties, and I mean, we did kick penalties and we missed those penalties, so it should have been like 0 for 3, I think it was, or something like that, or 0 from 2, but it says 0 from 0, and I do believe that's wrong. And then on the conversions it says we had 5 out of 7, so yeah, not a very good day at the kicking team. Meters gained according to the SuperSport when I was watching it on the channel. Yeah, 509 meters gained for Wales, where 817 from South Africa. So not bad going on the running phases, and then 8 tries to 1. So yeah, yellow cards, 2 for Wales, 1 for South Africa. And scrums, I think that's really where it hurt the Wales team, because we won all of our scrums, but they only won 4 out of 9. So yeah, really an inexperienced pack, taking on world champion type of pack, and majority of those guys have been playing with South African team for quite some time, and many of them actually played within the World Cup in previous years. So very experienced pack playing up against the Wales inexperienced pack, so they really had a hard time today. But sure, yeah, that was really my thoughts of the game and some of the stats of the game. It was a really awkward time for me, because I really believe in Lubbock, and I really believe he can do a good job, and I really hope that he can pull through and be the man that we think he can be. And then at the same time, Krill was doing pretty damn well as well. So that's why it's so awkward for me, because I was never really the biggest fan of Krill. So it's a bit of a catch-22, I guess. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for sticking with me, and I'll see you guys in the preview when the Springboks are getting selected for the next game against New Zealand. If I recall, that would be against Twickenham, in Twickenham against the New Zealanders. So yeah, I look forward to seeing what we can make against that team. Let's be honest, the team we played today was very inexperienced. I think they had like 8 caps between the back line, between the bunch of them on the back line. So it was really, it was a learning curve for them and for us. I don't know if we actually gained anything out of it. I think we really gained that we saw that Siakalisi is back and he's fit and he can face other people again, and obviously a couple of other players that really put up their hand. So anyways, thank you so much for your time, guys. I'll see you guys in that next video. Please comment whatever your thoughts were about this game, and then of course like and subscribe if you feel right to do so, and have a great evening further. Cheers.